Watford 4, Manchester United 1. Discontent amongst players before the game. Ollie said that to expect a good performance. We've worked on stuff on the training ground. I expect a big performance. 2-0 down by half time. Throws Donny van der Beek on. Big up to Donny van der Beek. He does well. Maguire, then we get the goal back. Maguire decides to arrive right on cue, and we end up getting an absolute spanking mess.
In everything, in any job, anything, it's all about responsibility and accountability. None of these players take responsibility. None of them take accountability. Apart from Ronaldo, he wants the ball, he wants to get on it, cool. But apart from that, what do you see? Every one of them players, every time Wan-Bissaka came near the ball, what does he want to do? He doesn't want the ball. He doesn't want to come near the ball. He doesn't want the ball coming near him. He's not the only one. And you look at Lindelof, you look at Maguire, every one of those players doesn't want the ball. The midfield's a mess. We know that. We knew that coming into the season. We knew that from last season. But the reality is, we've got people for the first time in jobs. It's every job at United now. How long have we been talking about the structure and everything else? Talking director of football, we brought Darren Fletcher in, right? So he's in his first job. Ollie is in his first real job. We got Michael Carrick, coach, first real job. These guys, McKenna, how many? The list goes on. These guys don't know how to make decisions. They don't know how to run a football club. And that's what we're seeing time and time again. Bad decisions, continued bad decisions, and sticking with bad decisions. Like Fred McTominay, everyone's been saying it, everyone's seen it, everyone's talked about it, but we've stuck with it and we've kept going with it. Solskjaer, everyone sees it. If he'd have lost the job before Dean Smith lost the Villa job, would they have been thinking about him for Norwich? They wouldn't have his name wouldn't have made the list. His name wouldn't have made the list. And yet here he is, managing United. What's the plan? Where are we going?
So, do you think the change is coming?
The change has to come. But the reality is, it's not a planned change. It's not a structured change. It's not a thought out change. We're talking about, now this is just off the cuff changes.
It's a mess, isn't it? It's panic.
It's a mess, it's panic. And yeah, okay, all right, you're giving someone a free hit now to the end of the season. That's a reality because of that's Ollie's legacy now at the end of what he's done this season. Right, it's sad to see. All the fans, we all love Ollie. But the reality is, everyone can see that he's out of his depth. He's not, the players you can see that the players can see that he's out of his depth. And as soon as you can see that, that's it. You know, where do you go from there?
Do you think he's lost the dressing room? Do you think he's lost the players? Do you think the players are saying to themselves, I don't know how to pull myself out of this?
I don't think they respect it. I think they're looking at him like they're looking for leadership. They're looking at him for leadership. This is a team who's, you can see they're disjointed and they're lost and they don't have an idea of how to play. They don't have patterns of play or what to do. And Ollie's not giving them direction. The players are not clean at this. And Keane said it. They threw Mourinho under the bus and they do the same to Solskjaer. And that's the reality. A lot of these players have done that. They haven't stepped up. But Ollie's continued to make bad decisions have led him into this as well.
Someone said to me earlier that, it's almost like Donny van der Beek has embarrassed Solskjaer today because he hasn't picked him for so long. He tried to kind of throw him on when it's like 2-0 down, or go and see what you could do. He puts on a masterclass and shows, play me.
Yeah, but that's what, how many times has he been doing this? He's thrown players on into situations now that if Ollie wanted to play Donny, he'd have started Donny. He didn't want to play him. And so he's thrown him on now. This is all right, everyone's saying I don't play Donny. All right, Donny can play. All right, fine. Everyone's complaining Sancho's not playing. Fine, Sancho, you can start. Right, and that's how it felt like.
And Sancho second half as well, fantastic.
Fantastic second half. First half.
Yeah, nobody played good first half.
Horrible. But second half, yeah, he turned up, he played, he had a good game. But the reality, what we're talking about, it's a situation of everyone's it's disjointed, everyone's out of their depth, and it's a mess. There's no structure, there's no planning. We're talking about sacking Ollie now, right? So he goes now, what happens? Who do we bring in? Because that's the because at the moment there's not a thought out plan or a structure as to who to bring in. The worst was when we're linked with Conte, and so it goes to 3-5-2. But
I'll do it, don't worry.
Yeah, I can do a Conte. Yeah. It's like he's faking being a manager. He's trying to borrow systems, he's trying to use what other people are doing, and yet the reality is he's talking about pressing and then you don't see that pressing. People complain about Ronaldo. before. Right, today you missed a couple
Yeah.
of chances you expect them to score. But they're complaining about Ronaldo not pressing. When we're a pressing team. We've not been a pressing team under Solskjaer, really.
Not
Right?
at all.
No-
Not at all.
We haven't seen that. It's a counter-attacking team. And yet now he's like, oh, no, let's, but we don't know whether we're sitting back, whether we're counter-attacking. We don't know how to play against the smaller teams, but now we're getting battered by the bigger teams. So the one thing that he had going for him was he was doing well against the bigger teams.